Hey guys, this is Johnny from Comic Boys, and I'm coming at you today with a pretty big haul I got. Got a whole bunch of stuff in from a whole bunch of shops. Some of it was some local pickups too, some eBay, just a mix of everything. And I guess we're gonna go ahead and get started because it's quite a bit. I'm gonna use my Jockbox Joker cover here as the background. And first up, we're gonna start with something near and dear to my heart. Image. In fact, a whole big first lot is going to be Image. That's Brigade #1, and then I have the gold lettering. Didn't have one of those before, so I was actually pretty happy to pick that up, and it was really cheap, like really cheap, like I think 30 cents, which pretty awesome. #2, I have most of these, but for I think, like I said, I think it was like 25 cents a piece. I couldn't pass up on getting these things. I mean, I like to have another for a quarter. It's unbeatable. Then we're gonna jump over into the sistering group, Bloodstrike. The two leaders of each group, um, Cabot and Battlestone. This is Cabot. Are actually brothers, so that works out. Well, not really, but yeah, works out for the reader. #26 there, and there's the B cover. And then moving into Union, I only read one of the issues of Union when I was a kid. A lot of my books got destroyed in a hurricane, so I'm picking them back up as an adult now. Now that I have, and here's the second volume, second series, and now that I have, the opportunity to pick these up, um, as an adult, I'm doing so. Especially like I said, guys, a quarter a piece, 30 cents a piece. Um, yeah, I'll pick them up and I'll just keep rolling with it. And I got Click Happy here. I accidentally got two of them. #5. Look at all that 90s glory. #8. Gonna jump into Super Patriot here. Liberty and Justice #1. Liberty and Justice #2. God, so much freedom. And then Wildstar #2. I have a lot of this Wildstar. I was actually missing this one, and I'm pretty happy I'm able to complete this series. From what I remember, I like to read them all in a row, binge reading. I love it. From what I remember, of course they're superpowered and all that, and all these guys are actually people, but they have symbiotes. Like that star right there on Wildstar is actually like a symbiotic life form. I mean, they help each other, they benefit from each other. And it's actually a cool idea, cool concept. Bad Rock and Company, Bad Rock from Youngblood, his own little series here. It's #5. That's #6, and that actually completes my Bad Rock run. So now I can go ahead and read that bad boy. Vanguard, #2, 3, and 6, and that is another run completed. So I can go ahead and read Vanguard start to finish. Pretty awesome. And now, some Youngblood Strike File. 6, 7, and Image, especially the older Image, will always have a special place in my heart. Even if some of the stuff isn't the greatest, I still give it a chance. It's stuff I grew up on, stuff that got me into comics a lot. So it's I'll always pick it up. I'll always be interested in it. And I really like this. This is Youngblood #6 of the current running series. I like that the Walking Dead homage there. This is in black and white, and it's pretty cool. The relationship between Kirkman and Image, of course, but then Liefeld and Kirkman, and then so to have a cover like this is it's pretty awesome. I really like it. Being a fan of Youngblood and Walking Dead, it definitely works for me. And here's Youngblood and X Force. Got Cable and Shaft there on the cover. Youngblood Battle Zone. And then, I actually forgot. If you're still watching, which I hope you are, I actually have a question for the community that I need help with. This is something that it was given a bad grade, and when I received it, I looked the book over, and it actually was in amazing shape. But what gave it a bad grade was a marking on the cover, and that marking is actually a signature. Now this is Supreme #1 with the gold cover, which I didn't have before. Yeah. Didn't have the gold cover before, so I was cool with getting it for 30 cents. But then, like I said, this signature here. Now, I looked all over the place, couldn't find out who it was. And it actually, I'm not sure if it is or not, but that might be Mr. Liefeld himself right there. I think that's an R, an L, squiggle, and then, for the F, and then Feld, or Eld, because that would be the F. Anyway, I'm not sure if it is or not. I looked around. His signature was kind of inconsistent for me, and I couldn't really find a whole lot of stuff that had his signature from older, which I'm assuming this was. I couldn't find anything. So if anybody actually knows or could confirm if that's Liefeld's signature, that would be fantastic. So let me know in the comments. That would be awesome if that is Liefeld's signature, considering I'm a big fan of Supreme, and I liked reading it, and I'm still picking it up, and picking up the back issues, and having Liefeld's signature on, like, that's gorgeous. I don't get tired of looking at that. Having his signature on something like that would be amazing. And then continuing with Supreme, we have number 27, 33, Baywatch, 16. Apparently I'm out of order with these. I thought I was prepared, but alas. 63, 63, 64, 65, 66. That's going to put a pretty nice dent in my Supreme run. Doesn't quite complete it, but it's gonna put a hurting on it for sure. Like I said, guys, that autograph, if you happen to know, let me know. This is Tribe #1. I actually already had Tribe, read it several times when I was a kid, and I thought it was cool, but I never ever saw anything else. And then I saw in my local comic shop #2. I have not gotten a chance to read it, but I will read that bad boy, and it will be glorious. Number 43 of the Sensational She-Hulk. Now, this doesn't actually have as far as I know, it's not significant in any way, but I just thought that cover was amazing. She-Hulk like that, classy, but beautiful at the same time, and green, like, that doesn't happen. Not normally attracted to green women, but, in this case, Miss She-Hulk is purty. Then we've got from Jim Lee at Image, Wildcats. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Oh, man. These crazy Image covers from back in the day, I love them. It's just beautiful art. I mean, the stories inside are awesome too. But even just the art, it had that certain, I don't know, badassery of the 90s. Not that I don't appreciate, modern or older stuff. Definitely, but something about the 90s, each era's got its own kind of, its own special significance about it. We're jumping into, here's a DC issue here. Weird War, number 23. I'm not going to lie, I got it really cheap, and I bought it just because the cover looked badass, but I'm actually pretty interested to read it and check it out and see what's about. I didn't want to spoil anything, so I didn't even look up to see what it was about. This is The Mighty Thor, number 433. cool thing about this is I was a fan of Thunderstrike back in the day, and you know, I knew about him, read about him, had some of his books, but never really realized that, you know, of course he came out of Thor. It makes sense, you know, but didn't when I was a kid. So, you know, a couple years ago when I started, you know, looking into it a little bit more, I came across that. So I got that issue here pretty cheaply. That was pretty amazing. Uncanny X-Men 211. That Wolverine cover is amazing. Once again, I got these all pretty amazing price, y'all. And then Death of Wolverine. Once again, really cheap, and I know what the story's about. You know, I understand the gist of it. I've read about it, heard about it, you know, everything about it. But I would like to read it myself. There's nothing like being able to read it yourself, especially when I'm getting these books at, you know, 25, 30 cents a pop. It's a pretty awesome variant there. Same with that one. That's actually a connecting variant. If you see in the, yep, there, and then you can see, so they would go, you know, they would go on top. I'd like to get the other two, but I'll put that on my list of things I'm going to buy that I will beg my wife for. Another awesome cover from this series. Like I said, I've read it, but I'd like to read it, you know, I'd like to read it for myself. You know, book in hand type thing. Death of Wolverine. Weapon X program. That young variant's pretty cool. Number 2. Number 3. And then got a couple of Cap books. Cap books. Well, Cap on the cover. It's actually Civil War. Number 7. Then there's 2. And then here we go with Spider-Man 2099. This was another series I read back in the day. And so with it going on here modernly, and with me just now getting back into comics, I'm really interested in reading it start to finish, but there's just too many books. Too many books. Not enough money. So, you know, I'm picking these up as I can for real cheap, so I don't mind waiting, getting a pretty nice deal on them, and then I'm going to binge read. That's number 5. Matina covers are gorgeous. And then, like I said, here's some more of these 25-cent books. Deadpool Back in Black. Number 1. A variant of number 1. Number 2. Love that throwback. Love it. Amazing Fantasy number 15. Look to it. Despicable Deadpool 287. I got this for real cheap, and I didn't see it until afterwards that it's a second printing, but that's cool. I still like it. You know, got that, you know, Punisher Spider-Man cover to it. And here's a couple of older ones here. Avengers 144. First appearance of Hellcat. Slide. There we go. And then 134. And 135. Had that whole Human Torch vision. I read it. It was kind of cool, kind of nifty. I think I might read it again just so I can fully absorb it. And then I like Jean Grey. I like Venom. So Venomized Jean Grey Phoenix. That's yes. And then Venom Space Knight. I loved that story. So found a variant. Once again, 25, 30 cents. Couldn't pass it up, y'all. And then here we are, jumping back into some Image. Number 0 of Cyberforce. Number 1. Number 4. And then jumping into the second volume of Cyberforce. Number 1, 2, 3. And I know this is a lot of Image books, guys, but a really good deal for some stuff that's going to complete some reading stuff for me. And I'm going to be able to reread some books that I really loved as a kid. That's awesome for me. Number 7. Number 10. 15. 16. 33. Let me grab all these. And then getting into some older stuff again. Well, at least older for me. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, number 1. Number 4. These are in pretty good shape. They're not amazing, but they're, cover's still attached. All the pages are there. Nothing, no crazy chunks missing or anything like that. I got a pretty good deal on them, number 5. I'd like to be able to read these, start to finish, but I doubt I'll be able to just because of, trying to collect this whole series. But I'll probably read what I have and, just, I don't know, imagine the gaps. 42. And then here we go with Carnage number 1. Nice little Phantom variant there. I really like that. Like I said, I like the throwbacks like that. So going back to Amazing Spider-Man 300, with a Carnage book, that's pretty awesome there. And then I saved my boy Venom for last. That's a variant there of issue 1 of Space Knight, Venom Space Knight. That was an amazing series. I loved it. I liked it a lot. Liked seeing Flash Thompson as Venom, and seeing a Venom struggle with the whole hero thing. I don't get tired of that. But I'll let y'all go, guys. It's been a long time of me rambling on, showing some books. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Leave me a comment, especially about the autograph. If anybody knows anything about it, leave me a comment on any of the books or anything. If you've read some of these Image titles and you liked it, feel the same way I do about this, about the stuff from Image like that, let me know. I'd like to go back and forth with you on it. Other than that, if like I said, thanks for watching. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're already not. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.